everyone, welcome to another Pages for the Ages scrapbooking tutorial. Today's episode was suggested by one of our viewers, JESENKO6. Thanks to this person's feedback on one of our previous tutorials, today's episode is going to be all about scraps.
Scrapbooking is the best way to capture memories and make them last a lifetime. But how do you get started without spending a fortune? Pages for the Ages is here to help you out.
To toss or not to toss? That is the question on today's tutorial. We're talking about leftover scraps and whether or not we should keep them or get rid of them. Keeping leftover scraps can be a great practice for any scrapbooker. It can save you money, it can save you time, sometimes a trip to the store, and also it's a great practice for the environment, making sure that we use our resources rather than throwing them out and being wasteful. So there's a couple of things that you'll want to consider before you start saving up your scraps. Number one, where are you going to keep them? How are you going to organize them so that they're readily available to you? I have a great tutorial that I've talked about this topic before, so you can refer to that for some ideas on how to organize your scraps. Number two, when is it a scrap and when is it just trash? You need to set some boundaries. Now, since I scrapbook like a maniac, I'll keep anything that's like 1 inch by 3 inches long, but you need to make that decision for yourself. So today's episode is going to be short and sweet because I'm getting ready for a craft fair, but I'm going to quickly give you 2 examples of how I've used my scraps in scrapbook layouts, and then I'm going to refer you to a friend of mine who has a great tutorial on this topic.
Here is my first suggestion on how you can use scraps to create a beautiful border. This page is obviously not done, but I want to show you that the border I've created is made out of leftover scraps. It's very simple to do. You just measure about 1 inch from each side of your 12 by 12 piece of paper, and then find scraps that are large enough that you can cut a 1 inch by 3 inch rectangle, paste those down, and then add black or whatever color of your choice to add a defining border around that. So I think this is really beautiful. It's also very sentimental to me because I can remember using these different types of paper for other pages. So it could really tie an entire scrapbook album together that way. Or this would also be great for like a quilting page or sewing, since the little pieces here kind of remind me of fabric. So that's one idea of how to use your scraps. Here is another pre-made scrapbook page I've been working on this week for the craft fair, and as you can see, I already have most of this done, and this was made with coordinating papers, but now I would like to use some scraps here along the edge to add some additional flowers. So to do that, I've already kind of sifted through my pile, and I found some larger scraps that I feel kind of go with the colors down here, and now I am going to cut them into circles and then use this adorable flower punch to create a little embellishment for my page.
My 2 ideas have helped inspire you to start saving your leftover scraps. I do have one more suggestion for our viewers out there. My friend Heather, who's a subscriber of my channel, has a great tutorial on how to create a Christmas patchwork card. So this also involves using scraps. So check out Pink Raspberry Road is her YouTube name. Check out her video by clicking on the icon up here. Thanks again for joining me on another Pages for the Ages scrapbooking tutorial, and we'll see you next Tuesday.